Gate gets bigger. Sukesh Chandrasekhar shoots a second letter, claims Arvind Kejriwal met him, makes a series of allegations. Is there a Pakistani hand in the Hindu murders? ISI agents, pro-Khalistani groups saying there are more killings to come in Punjab. Chinese spy vessel spotted in Indian Ocean near Andamans, a repeat of the Hambantota episode as China tries to keep a close track of India's missile systems. AIMIM Chief Sudhir Owaisi speaks to Republic TV on the Uniform Civil Code, claims it's just a diversionary tactic ahead of the Gujarat election. Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. We have details of a man called Amritpal Singh, a leader who wants a separate state of Khalistan. Amritpal Singh, in a video that Republic TV showed a few minutes back, was seen with the accused who's been arrested in the killing of Suri, the Hindu leader. These are first and exclusive pictures coming in on Republic TV as Amritpal Singh, we are hearing, has been taken under house arrest. Amritpal Singh, under scanner in the murder of Sudhir Suri, has been placed under house arrest. That's a Republic TV exclusive. Those are pictures coming in from the residence of Amritpal Singh, getting in more details. In fact, the family of Sudhir Suri had also claimed that Amritpal Singh was involved. That's what the family had claimed. And these are pictures coming in. I'd like to go across to Amandeep, joining us live with those exclusive pictures on Republic TV. Amritpal Singh, we are told, has not been allowed to leave home. Earlier, the family of Sudhir Suri wanted him arrested. They claimed he was responsible for the murder. In fact, Sudhir Suri also claimed there was a video in which Amritpal Singh had threatened him. Amandeep, what are the facts? Who is Amritpal Singh? Why don't you tell our viewers why is he influential and what is his role in this case?
Well, Niranjan, Amritpal Singh is the one who has actually taken over the organization which was created by Deep Sidhu, who killed in a road accident. Waris Punjab Day is the name of the organization, and in fact after Deep Sidhu, this Amritpal Singh man landed from Dubai to Punjab and all of a sudden indulged into certain kind of activities, and later after landing here in India he has turned himself as a baptized Sikh, and now he's campaigning extensively for among the Sikh groups here in Punjab at the different places, and with the demand of separate state for the Sikhs and for the freedom of the Sikhs as well. And he's the one who has been accused in this entire case by the family are putting all the allegations just because Sandeep Singh, and even Niranjan, I can show you the visuals. The situation is still remains similar outside the residence of Sudhir Suri since morning, and even the Amritpal Singh is the person who was being followed by Sandeep Singh, the accused of Sudhir Suri's murder case. Just 5 days back, when Amritpal Singh has organized an event here in Golden Temple to make the people as a baptized Sikh, and Sandeep Singh participated into that and even took his blessings as well, and that video is visible on our screen. And even after 5 days of that video, Sandeep Singh killed Sudhir Suri all of a sudden in a broad daylight in full public view yesterday. This all reported. And now for the precautionary measures, Punjab police has put Amritpal into the house arrest in Moga, just because today he was in Moga for his own campaign, and even now the administration is trying to console the feelings of the family members and asking them to cremate the body. And even Niranjan, if I can show you the visuals, the family is still with their demand that till the time Amritpal Singh will not be nominated in the case, the family is not going to cremate the Sudhir Suri. The mortal remains are still here inside the residence of Sudhir Suri, and now the meeting is underway. CP and DC of Amritsar both having a conversation with the family members. They are trying to negotiate the talks. But meanwhile, Niranjan, the protest is all happening here. You can see the protest is all happening here. The protesters are very much adamant. Earlier they blocked the rail, and now they are still sitting outside with the demand that Amritpal Singh should be nominated in the case. And even they are also put the allegations on the administration as well as police, that police is trying to pressurize the family members to withdraw their demands as well. This is how the situation is turning up now. You can see they are the Hindu leaders, and now they have been asked to participate in the meetings, in the talks which is happening between the family as well as the administration. And this is how, Niranjan, things are turning up. And in fact, the family, after Sudhir Suri's killing, still receiving the threat calls. And Sandeep Singh, who has been arrested by the Punjab police with the weapon which was used in the killing of Sudhir Suri, is still under the custody, but police has not exposed any kind of international angle. Gopal Singh Chawla's video is a confessional video that ISI and pro-Khalistani groups has been emerged into this killing. And in fact, Babbar Khalsa international leader Harvinder Singh Rinda, sitting in Pakistan, he is the one who hatched the conspiracy along with his accomplice Landa, Lakhvir Singh Landa, and they have the both who actually hatched the conspiracy from Canada to Pakistan, and execution has been done here in Amritsar. And the result is that unrest has been created here.
Harshdeep Sinclair,
a certain demand and
just 1 minute, Amandeep, stay with me. Harshdeep Sinclair is joining me on the phone line as we get more reactions from Punjab to this very, controversial story. Harshdeep Sinclair, why is Amritpal Singh so influential? Why is the police taking time before they move? What's going on?
You see, Punjab is facing a situation where the law and order has totally collapsed. And Bhagwan is more of concerned about Arvind Kejriwal and his fake propaganda roaming in Himachal and Gujarat, rather than looking after the state which has elected him as the chief minister. It is a series of events since Aam Aadmi Party has taken over. From the last 8 months, we see that there are murders, the players have been murdered, Sidhu Moosewala murder, and the Patiala incident, and many more Dakaiti incidents. And yesterday, Mr. Suri, who was murdered in a broad daylight in the presence of the police personnel. So the only question to the government is that is Bhagwant Mann not able to handle a state? Is Bhagwant Mann not in touch with the police officials? What is happening? Because Punjab is a border state and peace and communal harmony is of most importance if Punjab has to develop and Punjab has to remain calm. So Aam Aadmi Party has completely failed to deliver.
But my question was on Amritpal Singh. Harshdeep, you spoke about the Aam Aadmi Party. Well, yes, you have a political point to make, point taken. What about Amritpal Singh? Why is it that people like Amritpal Singh make speeches about religious divide, about secessionism, and are still free?
No, I've made it very clear that there should be a fair investigation into this, and whosoever is responsible, he should be brought to book. And I again reiterate my statement that Punjab can only survive if there is peace and communal harmony. And anybody who is a threat to peace and communal harmony, I think that person should be dealt with strictly. Yes.
Harshdeep, just be with me. I also have Barinder Singh Dhillon of the Punjab Congress joining us on the phone line. Mr. Dhillon, getting in breaking news now that the family of Sudhir Suri had blamed Amritpal Singh. Amritpal Singh has now been detained. We are told that he's some sort of custody, detained, under house arrest, not allowed to leave his home. The police is very tight-lipped on this. What do you make of this investigation so far?
See, the overall situation in Punjab, with the winning of Simranjeet Singh Man in the elections, then, the murder of Sudhir Moosewala, and now, this incident where, in broad daylight, the police is standing and, the DSP is there, SHO is there, everyone is there, and instead he's being shot at. So this speaks a lot of, this leaves a lot of questions, and this speaks also a lot about how Aam Aadmi Party's government is functioning on law and order. Every time you see everyone blaming Punjab as a border state, it's a sensitive state. What is happening across the border, we all know. But what is happening inside Punjab is a cause for worry. And why is it cause for worry? Because the government at the helm of affairs is busy campaigning in Gujarat. Instead of being with the people, for past 24 hours, Bhagwant Man's Twitter account did not even add one word about this what has happened. So this is the state of affairs where the government, who has to control the law and order, absolutely has no clue of why is all this happening, who is doing all of this. All they are doing is prachar. They don't realize that, they are in the government now. They are not in the opposition. They have to give the solutions. And all they are doing is, either someone is in Gujarat or Himachal, and Punjab is absolutely, you can say, Bhagwan bharose chhod diya hai, which is the sad state of affairs, whatever is happening.
Something I'm just getting a sense that the mainstream political parties, and the Congress included, is very, very cagey on taking a stand on Amritpal Singh. I'll repeat my question because I got a sense that the Shiromani Akali Dal was conveniently trying to duck. No, I'll tell you, sir. You just hear my question.
I will tell you a stand on Amritpal. You will clearly tell a stand on Amritpal.
What is your stand?
The stand is absolutely clear. Anyone speaking, Amritpal or for matter of fact, anyone speaking against the constitution, against the unity of Punjab, against the state of India, you cannot have these people run free. But is Congress in the government? Who is in the government? Who has to take to task? The stand of Congress is absolutely clear. We are the ones who took Punjab out of terrorism.
Are you okay? Let me put it this way. Are you saying that this government is harboring such elements or going soft on these elements deliberately?
Yes, they absolutely. This is what my point is. They don't have any counter to him. They are fearing that there will be backlash. There will be backlash from his supporters. And, their votes will somehow get affected. The only thing they are bothered about is votes, not bothered about the state. This government, how do you allow people, to, issue these statements and just, no one responds, especially from the government. Congress, Raja Bading, the RPC president, wrote to DGP to investigate into all these issues. Is it the role of the opposition to write to DGP to probe what the government is doing? For Amritpal, against Amritpal, Raja Bading has already we don't need to clarify our stand. We say anyone. But at this point of time, Congress stand is absolutely clear about what is the government stand. Well, now they will issue a statement. हम इसके खिलाफ हैं, but why are they allowing all of this to happen? A person now who has been arrested in this case had the sticker of Amritpal's organization there. It's not that in the name of preaching of religion, what is happening across India? In the name of religion, you allow fanatics to just move around, roam around free. You can't have fanaticism of this over here in Punjab. Now, this is the same is happening. What BJP is doing. BJP is also doing the same thing. This is the overall ecosystem is going the same way. So it's Congress. That is why we are saying we have a very clear stand. What is Bharat
and let me tell you, I'm just getting in some breaking news, Barinder Singh, because you're also the Youth Congress president. God alone knows what kind of message is going out to the youth with Sudhir Moosewala murder and this murder. I'm hearing now that in the case of Sudhir Suri, the Amritsar administration is ensuring a job to Sudhir Suri's kin, to his family. I mean, you let it happen. Police is standing there, the murder happens. And then, look at that. Those are live pictures from Amritsar as members of the administration in Punjab, in Amritsar, meet the family members of Sudhir Suri. We are hearing, that's a live shot. By the way, that's a live shot. And that meeting is happening. And even as this Amritpal Singh is not arrested, now we are hearing he's under detention, some sort of a house arrest. Now he may be let off. While this meeting is on, he's under house arrest, he may be let off. We don't know, but it's very disturbing, the sequence of events. And we are hearing that there were many other leaders who are on the hit list, tracking the story very closely. We'll go back to Amandeep. Amandeep is there. Amandeep, can you hear me? Quickly taking a response from Amandeep. Amandeep, can you hear me? Yes. Amandeep, go ahead. I can hear you. I can see your frame. Was unable to hear you. Tell us what's happening there.
Well, the negotiation among the family and the administration is still underway, and in fact now the family has agreed at some points. The administration claims that a job will be ensured to the Suri's kin, and even investigation will be impartial and will not spare anybody who come under the root. And in fact they have also ensured the safety and security of the family as well. This was the agreed point among the family as well as the administration. But the meeting of Commissioner of Police of Amritsar and Deputy Commissioner of Amritsar with the family member are still underway. You can see the visuals. They came out and they made the announcement, and tomorrow it is likely that the cremation will be scheduled tomorrow itself, just because now the sunset has happened, and according to the rituals, the cremation cannot be happened after sunset. And even tomorrow 12 noon the cremation will take place. Even the announcement was made by the family members, and now the protest has been over. Niranjan, the protest has been over just because all the demands has been accepted by the administration as well as the police. So now the situation is de-escalating. The situation is de-escalating, but uncertainty is still prevailing, Niranjan, just because this is a sensitive and sensational murder that happened in Amritsar. And even if my camera person can pan the camera, the people are still waiting here. They are still here. They are still camped outside the residence of Sudhir Suri, waiting for an announcement from the family, and then this protest will be dispersed. And the last journey of Sudhir Suri will start tomorrow by 12 noon. By 12 noon tomorrow, and family is all agreed to cremate Sudhir Suri. And in fact, now the agreed point has been negotiated among the family as well as the administration. The protest has been de-escalated, the family has agreed, and in fact the investigation has been ensured by the Deputy Commissioner that nobody will be spared. And the family was demanding continuously that conspirators should be booked and nominated into the case. And in fact now the CP as well as DC has ensured. And meanwhile, Niranjan, Amritpal Singh was put under the house arrest so that at least no uncertain situation can be created in Moga itself. And in fact now the situation is de-escalating here in Amritsar. Over to you, Niranjan.
Alright, thank you for that. Tracking the story very closely in Amritsar, situation was tense, seems to be slightly better. And we are hearing that all demands will now be met. Moving on to another exclusive on Republic TV, we spoke to the president of the AIMIM. Sudhir Owaisi was live on Republic earlier today, and we questioned him on his stand on the Uniform Civil Code ahead of the Gujarat elections. In Gujarat, in Himachal, in Uttarakhand, the Uniform Civil Code is being debated. Owaisi has a problem with it. Here's what he said. And joining us on the live broadcast this afternoon is Mr. Sudhir Owaisi, the chief of the AIMIM. Mr. Owaisi is joining us live from Hyderabad. Mr. Owaisi, why are you opposing the Uniform Civil Code?
Well, you see, the opposition to Uniform Civil Code from my party is because under Article 29, I have the right to culture. And you cannot impose, you cannot take away my right to culture. It is a basic fundamental right which is part of the basic structure of our constitution. And please understand that pluralism is also part of the basic structure of our constitution. And why only Article 44? What about Article 39, which talks about equal distribution of wealth? You know, more than 60-70% of our wealth is being controlled by 7-8 individuals in our country. So there are many directive principles which the government of the day must be answerable to it, must try to implement it, not only Article 44 only.
Mr. Owaisi, I was trying to ask you my follow-up question on the scale of the exercise on Uniform Civil Code that is being conducted. See, you spoke about the directive principles, etc. Now, I'm giving you the example of the Uttarakhand Uniform Civil Code Committee, which has gone through about 4 lakh suggestions and will continue to do more public outreach. So you can't just say that it's a political exercise when the feedback of the people is directly being taken in such an important decision, Mr. Owaisi.
Well, they can. The BJP wakes up to such issues only before an SM election is there, and that is their whole plan. Because in Gujarat there has been so much of misgovernance, and they are trying to ensure that all their misgovernance, their wrong policies which have affected the common man, price rise, unemployment, salaries decreasing. So these are all the issues which the BJP is trying to ensure that by raking up such issues, they'll try to cover up their misgovernance and their mistakes of last 5 years.
But Mr. Owaisi, this is a subject that we've been debating for decades together. Right? Even when the UPA government was in place, we were questioning, we were debating this issue. I'm not for once saying that what you mentioned are not genuine issues. Yes, there are issues, there are genuine issues to also be addressed in these rallies. But for example, I'm going back to the question once again. For example, in the Uttarakhand exercise, from the details I have, there were about 3 lakh handwritten letters, 60,000 emails, 22,000 suggestions on the recommendation on one law for all. And just to get your view on this, there were suggestions made from tribal belts, rural hilly areas, where they wanted policy interventions, for example, on reverse inheritance, right? Same age of marriage for both genders, for example, simple issues. A total ban on polygamy and polyandry, for example. And should live-in relationships be registered? That is also a question that is being dealt with. Don't you think these are progressive issues in a progressive country like ours?
Well, number one is that Hindu Marriage Act is a central legislation. How can the state legislate on a central legislation? Muslim, you have the Muslim Marriage Act or Shariat Application Act. It's a central act. How can a state legislate on that? Thirdly, you talk about polyandry. Polyandry is part of the culture of the tribal people also. Can you take away that? And if my memory serves well, there is a case pending in the Honorable Supreme Court, wherein people have gone to the Supreme Court stating that their polyandry is part of the culture and no government should interfere in that. And moreover, will right to culture be taken away from it? So these are important questions. You see, please remember that pluralism is part of the basic structure of our constitution. Now, if anyone, your question might be, then what is the law? The law is, you have the Indian Succession Act, you have the Special Marriage Act, you use it. Anyone who doesn't want to use religious laws can use the Special Marriage Act, can use the Indian Succession Act, the Juvenile Justice Act is there.
Now, On this question of polygamy, right now, and I asked you a question, you gave me your response, and you spoke about polyandry and tribal belts. In fact, this specific response was also from tribal belts. Let me also tell you that there is a belief, and the BJP is attacking you every day, of course, and they say that you're objecting UCC for pure vote bank politics in Gujarat because that's an issue that was raised, and it's an easy topic for Owaisi. How do you respond to this?
Well, I'm thankful to you for raising a very important point relating to the Gujarat state. Now, Niranjan, please tell me, in Gujarat, BJP talks about Uniform Civil Code. Now, can anyone go and change their religion? You cannot do that. You know, you have to take a permission. So what sort of Uniform Civil Code you're talking about? There is a Disturbed Areas Act. Can a Muslim, can the collector give a permission to a Muslim to buy a property from a non-Muslim? He never gives that. So you talk about Uniform Civil Code, but one cannot change religion without permission, despite being an adult. You talk about live-in relationship is allowed, but I cannot change a religion unless and until I take a permission from state government. How, so you look at this hypocrisy of the BJP as far as Gujarat is concerned.
No, I was saying that in the past, you've had Mr. Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, you had Muslim members, prominent Muslim members who've backed it, stalwarts who've supported it in the Constituent Assembly, etc., right? So historically, now all these issues have been dealt with in the past by some of the best experts who framed the Constitution.
Well, Ambedkar also said on Uniform Civil Code that it has to be voluntary. Baba Sahib Ambedkar also said that anyone who does not want religious laws can use the other laws. And that is why those same elders which made the Constitution gave you and me the right to culture. They gave you freedom of religion. They gave you right to equality. You know, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. So, you know, one cannot forget and remember, these are directive principles. By using a directive principle, you cannot take away fundamental right.
Coming to the Gujarat elections, Mr. Owaisi, how many seats is your party planning to contest?
Well, this decision will be taken by our Gujarat state MIM president, Mr. Saber Kabuliwala, and I'm sure he will take it very soon. So it is his responsibility, it is his prerogative to take a decision which he will take in due course.
Taking a short break on the show. When we come back, getting you more on the letter written by a conman called Sukesh Chandrasekhar, who's in the Tihar jail right now, and he's made a second claim against the Aam Aadmi Party, against Arvind Kejriwal. He speaks of a meeting with Kejriwal, an offer that he was allegedly given to become a Rajya Sabha member if he paid up money. Explosive. That fight continues. Manish Sisodia claims his PA has been arrested. There's no official word on that, but raids are on.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee President D.K. Shivkumar summoned by Enforcement Directorate to appear before it on November the 7th. Tenth India-Croatia Foreign Office consultations held in Zagreb. Wide-ranging discussions on bilateral, regional and international issues including trade and economic, defence and maritime and many other issues were discussed. And here's some news in brief. A day after Shiv Sena leader's murder, massive anger erupted. Meanwhile, Hindu organizations have called for a bandh in Amritsar. Remember, Punjab DGP Gaurav Yadav visits Ground Zero and notified of maintaining law and order, along with peace by maintaining strict vigil on rumours. DGP mentioned of investigation is at preliminary stage. Prime Minister to visit Himachal Pradesh and address rallies in Sundarnagar and Solan for upcoming Himachal elections. Prime Minister likely to highlight need.
Political fireworks in poll-bound Himachal Pradesh. Prime Minister pushes for double-engine government, takes on Congress for corruption. Congate gets bigger. Conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar shoots second letter to Arvind Kejriwal over Vasuli Gate. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's personal secretary raided. Sisodia claims PA arrested, but no official word yet. Pak link emerges in Shiv Sena leader's murder. Pakistan-based Khalistani exposes ISI hand. A Chinese spy vessel spotted in Indian Ocean region near Andamans, a repeat of the Hamben Tota episode. AIMIM chief Owaisi speaks exclusively to Republic on UCC, claims the Uniform Civil Code just a diversionary tactic. All right, getting in breaking news development in connection with the Sudhir Suri murder case. Amritpal Singh, who the family of Sudhir Suri has now accused of murder, has been put under house arrest in Moga